Welcome to the Perfect Perception channel. Today, we're diving into the world of health, specifically discussing chlamydia. Now, you might be wondering why chlamydia? Well, it's one of the most common bacterial infections, but it's also one of the most misunderstood. Many people, especially young adults, don't even realize they have it. This makes chlamydia a silent threat that can lead to serious health consequences if left untreated. It's not just about the immediate symptoms, but also about the long-term impact on your health. The most important thing to know before watching on is that chlamydia is a bacterial infection that can be cured. Yep, that is right, it can be cured. Do not hesitate to go to your local healthcare provider if you suspect you have it. As we got that out of the way, let's dive into the facts. Chlamydia is common, yet many people don't even realize they have it. Imagine walking around with a condition that's silently affecting your health, and you're completely oblivious to it. That's the reality for many individuals who have chlamydia. It's a bit like a stealthy ninja sneaking around unnoticed, causing harm without making a sound. Despite being one of the most common sexually transmitted infections, chlamydia often flies under the radar. It's a rather sneaky condition because it's frequently asymptomatic. Yes, you heard it right. It means that chlamydia often does not show any symptoms, making it difficult for people to know they have it. Now, you might be thinking, if there are no symptoms, is it really that big of a deal? Well, let me tell you, it absolutely is. Just because you can't see or feel something doesn't mean it's not there, or that it's not potentially causing harm. The absence of symptoms does not equate to the absence of a problem. This lack of noticeable symptoms is precisely why chlamydia often goes undetected. It's not like a common cold, where you have clear signs like a runny nose or a cough. Chlamydia is more like an unseen intruder silently causing damage. That's why regular health checkups are so important. These checkups are not just for when you're feeling ill or when something seems wrong, they're also for those times when everything seems perfectly fine. Regular checkups can help detect conditions like chlamydia early on. Remember, knowledge is power. Knowing about a condition you have gives you the power to do something about it. And in the case of chlamydia, early detection can prevent long-term health complications. So while chlamydia might be common and often unnoticed, it doesn't have to stay that way. With regular health checkups, you can catch this condition early before it can cause significant damage. So regular checkups are crucial to catch this silent condition. Now you might be wondering how chlamydia spreads. Well, it's important to understand that chlamydia is in fact contagious. It's a bacteria that's passed from person to person, albeit in a very specific way. Just to clarify, chlamydia isn't like the common cold. You can't catch it by sharing a drink, holding hands, or even from sneezes and coughs. Those everyday interactions are safe. It's also worth noting that chlamydia isn't airborne, and it doesn't live on surfaces like some other bacteria and viruses do. So, how does it spread? Well, it's transmitted through close and intimate contact between individuals. Now, I'm sure you're thinking of a few ways this might happen, and you're probably right. But in order to respect the rules of this platform, we won't go into explicit detail about the various scenarios. What we can tell you is this. Chlamydia is a sneaky little bacteria. It's possible for a person to have it and spread it without even knowing, because they might not have any symptoms. That's why it's crucial to get regular checkups if you're in a situation where you might be at risk. And here's another little nugget of truth. Chlamydia doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care about your age, gender, or how many partners you've had. Once it's in your system, it can spread unless you take steps to prevent it. Now, it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is that chlamydia is preventable. You can protect yourself and others by being aware of the risks and taking appropriate precautions. And remember, regular medical checkups are your friend. In the end, it all comes down to looking after your health and the health of those around you. After all, knowledge is power, and understanding how chlamydia spreads is a big part of that. Remember, prevention is better than cure. So stay informed, stay safe, and take care of each other. If you are enjoying the video so far, please make sure to like and subscribe to the Perfect Perception channel for more informative videos like this. Now let's move on to the long-term consequences of chlamydia. When it comes to chlamydia, ignorance is not bliss. It's a sneaky bugger, quietly doing its damage while you're none the wiser. The real kicker is, the longer it goes untreated, the more severe the potential health consequences become. So, let's delve into what could happen if chlamydia is left untreated. Picture this. Our bodies are like intricate, well-oiled machines. Every part has a role, and when one part is affected, the whole system can go haywire. In the case of chlamydia, the infection primarily targets the reproductive system, but it doesn't stop there. For women, untreated chlamydia can lead to something called pelvic inflammatory disease. This is a condition that can cause chronic pelvic pain, and even more concerning, it can lead to infertility. That's right, untreated chlamydia could potentially prevent a woman from being able to conceive. Now, for the guys out there, don't think you're off the hook. Chlamydia can also cause health issues for men. The infection can spread to the tube that carries sperm from the testicles, causing pain and fever. In rare cases, it might even affect a man's fertility. And here's the thing, chlamydia doesn't just affect the reproductive system. It can also play havoc with your eyes, causing a condition known as trachoma. This can lead to scarring of the eye's inner surface and in severe cases can even cause blindness. Now, I know this all sounds grim, but remember, knowledge is power. The more you know, the better you can protect yourself and your health. So, it's clear that leaving chlamydia untreated is like playing Russian roulette with your health. It's a risk that's simply not worth taking. That's why it's so important to get tested and treated if you suspect you might have chlamydia. As you can see, ignoring chlamydia can lead to serious health issues. Did you know that you can get chlamydia more than once? This might come as a surprise to some, but it's an essential fact to keep in mind. Just because you've successfully treated chlamydia once doesn't mean you're immune from catching it again. So, how does this recurrence happen? Well, the chlamydia bacteria can be contracted through direct, close contact with an infected person, even if you've previously been treated for the infection. It's not like some diseases where you get it once and then your body builds up immunity. With chlamydia, you can catch it again and again if you're not careful. Now, let's talk about treatment. The good news is that chlamydia is easily treated with antibiotics. A short course of antibiotics can effectively clear the infection in most cases. However, it's crucial to take the antibiotics as prescribed by your healthcare provider. Skipping doses or stopping the medication early can lead to the infection persisting or returning. But what happens if chlamydia is left untreated? Well, the consequences can be severe. Untreated chlamydia can lead to permanent damage to the reproductive organs. This scarring can affect fertility in both men and women. In women, it can lead to a condition known as pelvic inflammatory disease, which can cause chronic pelvic pain and increase the risk of ectopic pregnancies. In men, it can lead to inflammation of the epididymis, a tube that carries sperm, which can affect fertility. Keep in mind, these complications are preventable. By getting regular checkups, practicing safe behaviors, and completing your treatment, you can protect yourself against the recurrence of chlamydia and its potential complications. So, there you have it. Chlamydia can reoccur, and while it's easily treatable with antibiotics, leaving it untreated can lead to serious health complications. It's a reminder that when it comes to your health, prevention is always better than cure, and early treatment can make a world of difference. So it's vital to complete your treatment and follow up with your healthcare provider. As we wind up our discussion on chlamydia, let's take a moment to revisit the key points we've covered. This condition is quite common, yet many individuals are unaware they have it. The silent nature of chlamydia can make it particularly tricky, as it often goes unnoticed until it has caused significant health issues. Moreover, it's important to understand that chlamydia is spread from person to person, and unfortunately, you can contract it more than once. This is why it's crucial to be aware and take precautions. On a positive note, chlamydia is easily treated with antibiotics. However, if left untreated, it can lead to serious, permanent damage, including scarring of the reproductive organs which can affect fertility. Remember, your health is in your hands. Stay informed, stay safe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.